Hey everybody, we are going to jump into a best of one Throne of Eldraine draft here. Still feeling it from yesterday where we had a couple of rough drafts, but we're going to turn around. We can't guarantee anything on results, can't even guarantee anything on process and decisions, but I can guarantee you that I'm really thinking about it today. I'm really going to try and rein in my looseness, tighten it up, and see if we can't translate that into some additional wins today. Let's jump in. Oh, of course, though, before I do, this is not a great transition, but Card Kingdom, you know my sponsor, Card Kingdom. They are purveyors of physical magic stuff. Everything you need for your tabletop game can be found via my affiliate link down below in the panels to get to Card Kingdom and see the myriad of supplies, cards, sealed product, etc. that they offer. Great prices, great buy prices with a 30% trade-in bonus. If you want to get store credit for your stuff, you get a little extra value from that. Not just a little, significant extra value from that. And I just went to Card Kingdom on Monday, I think, and actually I have to take a return. I bought something, and now I've realized it doesn't suit my purposes. Just supplies for card management, and I was like, oh, these will be great. And I bought like $60 worth of this one type of supply, but now it's like, oh, it's actually not the right height for me for what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to take it back today. I'm going to go back to Card Kingdom today. I'm going to take it back, and it's not going to be a problem. They're going to be like, sure. And that's that reliability of knowing that if I'm not happy with what I ended up with, that I can do something about it is one of the reasons I love them. So thanks, Card Kingdom. I'm going to jump in now, and let's go pack one, pick one. Charming Prince for the gems, Trail of Crumbs for the build around, Secret Keeper potentially will wheel. I don't think we've seen the bots updated since we've been noting their wheeling tendencies. Red Cap Melee is excellent removal. Charming Prince is playable gems. An engine like Trail of Crumbs could be worth more win percentage, but I don't think it's a similar power level to Trail of Crumbs. I think Trail of Crumbs is a build around, but it's like a build around B+. It's excellent. That being said, one of the main reasons I often take gems, pack one, pick one, is that we shouldn't marry our first pick anyway. So there's only a whatever percent chance that we even play Trail or Red Cap or Secret Keeper. So that's what leans me towards these gem picks in pack one, pick one. That being said, I think on power level, if I were not picking for gems, I think I would just take the Trail. What have we got here? We got an egg. Unexplained Vision is powerful. Card draw, Spinning Wheel is... We keep talking about how, this is keeps you open, but it's not super powerful. It's a little clunky. Bell of the Brawl. If we went white-black aggro, I mean, Charming Prince is not a knight, but Bell of the Brawl is quite good. Wheel can go in a lot, but I don't think it's good in a lot. That's the thing. I've seen it do some stuff, but I've seen people wheel lock themselves. Well, they can not die now, but they have to spend 6 mana effectively every turn to tap down the thing that's haunting them or whatever. So I'm actually kind of into the Bell here, or the Vision, or the Egg to stay open. But I think let's take Bell. I've actually done pretty good with black-white aggro, and black in general can pivot to aggro or control pretty well. Of course, like if we end up in Secret Keeper, then Bell has no, like, what is Bell doing in that deck though, right? Yeah, Fox is fine. Sir Farron, also solid. We don't have, you can almost make this pick as though we have nothing yet. Like, what's the pick if this is what we've got going on, I like Farron and Tome Raider and Fox in this case. Farron has fallen a lot for me, and Fox has risen. I actually kind of think Fox is better than Farron. But Raider is legit too. I don't want like Giant Opportunity or any of the red stuff. Maybe I'll vote this one. Fox, Sir, SYR, or Tome. I mean, if Sir Farron were 1 in a green, I would Windmill Slam it here, but it's not. The green is real. All right, we'll Fox it. It does match our first pick too. Here's a Hunter we could pivot to though. Pretty late, even though pick 4, you might say, how is pick 4 late? But this is such a great card. I have a hard time passing it here. We could take Noble, but I don't think there's anything that really, like, Nobles on 1 color. Turn into Pumpkin is also great, but Hunter is just great, right? So let's take, and we have 1 color that matches, and we could be aggro black-green or something. We'll take Hunter, see what the packs tell us from here. So we took a turn off to take a Hunter. Now we've got another Fox, and this Knight might wheel. I mean, it's not great unless you have Knights to put it on, but now Tracker, this is human. These are both human, so the Tracker doesn't really play in what these two are doing. You want the Knight over the Fox? I think Fox being flying, often being a two power flyer, is more important than this being 1 mana. So I think if we take a white card here, I take the Fox. I'm going to take another Fox. Skullknocker, Trebuchet, so tiny. A lot of decent cards here. Nothing amazing, but like Merchant, Trebuchet, so tiny, are all fine. We can take Barrow Witches, assuming we end up a little bit more towards black-white Knights. Barrow Witches gets back Bell right now and nothing else, but we can presume that we'll acquire more Knights from here. These red cards are good, but they don't pull me into a third, or really a 4th color, more than just taking Barrow Witches. And now if we get like a run of those 3/1 food-eating green Knights, like we could head this direction. Ginger Brute's, you know, Ginger Brute has actually risen. I didn't think Ginger Brute would be particularly playable at all, except as a closer in certain situations, but there's enough things to pump the power of the Brute that I can get behind it as like a combo card. But we'll find other things to make the Foxes fly. If like we're gonna get like trapped in the tower and stuff, I'm gonna take Barrow Witches. I don't want to do Mardu Knights in draft. That seems super greedy. I think you need to be a 2-color Knight deck, or you're gonna lose too many games to mana. So I'm going to take the Witches, see if we can find some more Knights. Here's a generic Knight. Here's the Marrowleaf Rider I was talking about, where we could actually take a Marrowleaf Rider and potentially pivot back to black-green light Knights. Servant is good if you know you're getting that adamant, right? But you're not super interested in a 2/3 for 3, so you've got to be adamanting this. I guess we take it. It does help the Foxes fly too, in a way I like more than the Ginger Brute, but it's not amazing either. But because man, you want to be able to drop this on 3 for adamant, and if you can't, it's a little tight. Here's a good sign though. Probably means we're not playing the Savvy Hunter, although we can take Once in Future and continue to... It's kind of a pivot point, right? We've got Youthful Knight for the black-white Knight beatdown, and we've got Once in Future for clinging to this Hunter. We'd have to give up Charming Prince and 2 Flutter Foxes to take it, though. Yeah, I don't think this is worth it. I put it on the radar because we had the Hunter, but Once in Future plus Hunter is not better to me than Charming Prince, 2 Flutter Foxes, and a Youthful Knight. So let's take the Knight here. Of course, our friend the Merfolk Secret Keeper wheeled. We kind of expected that. Take Memory Theft. It's not the worst main. Maybe this is a decent place for Weapon Rack in terms of, you know, getting a Bell to a 4/3, a Youthful Knight to a 3/2. These are all useful improvements. A Flutterfox to a 3/3. So as a curve topper in aggro, you can do worse than Weapon Rack, I think. But maybe we just take the Cottage. I don't. I'll take the Rack. I think we're heavy enough white that I'm not sure we want the Cottage anyway. I think we're pretty low to run either, but I think I would rather have access to a Rack. And Tempting Witch, not really what a black-white Knight deck is about, but we can take it here. Might even end up, you know, pretty light. Might end up not playing this, but I don't see us playing anything else here. Memory Theft. If there's any chance we're playing green, I could take the... I guess I'll take the Rider. Memory Thefts are pretty easy to come by, and I don't think black-green is bad, but it's definitely not as good as I felt it was at the beginning of the format. Yeah, Witch still has some reach, right? Chuck some... Pick up some bacon to a pies, have 3 food, and they're a virtual -9. That's not bad. Unlikely to drop the black, but yeah, you're not wrong. Like the white is the most solid thing that we're in here. Take a Gargoyle will never play. Eye Collector I don't want to play, but well, we're sticking with black, folks. Sticking with black. Windmill Slam that bomb, and look, into a black-white uncommon. And nothing else really competing for it except gems. We could take gems here, but I'm so enamored by actually taking a 4-mana hybrid uncommon that's on color, I can't not. I don't know if I'd say I've been impressed with Giant Skewer, but it's proving itself to be perfectly playable. Oh, Savvy Hunter, I wish, but got a bacon to a pie. Thank you, Raptor. 8 months, nice. We got a Clover. And in black-white, we already have a Murderous Rider. And we may expect to get some Reaper. And there's a lot of white adventures. Black-white adventure is not bad. What our opportunity cost is Lost Legion, Reaper, or Barrow. I think Barrow wheels. Maybe Lost Legion wheel. I bet one of these even wheels. Yeah, Guide Mother is what I'm thinking about a lot. Yeah, I think we don't have a ton for it now, but with Rider as a start, I think we take Clover. I mean, if we Clover into Rider, we win. So let's take Clover and see if we can support it with additional things like Tactician. That's what I meant. Like, white has a lot of adventures, so not that doubling Dizzying Swoop is often significant. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's like, oh, now it's tap your whole team. But regardless, even if we do it once, we're happy. Outflank, Silver Flame are the choices here. We have one bacon to a pie, but no real other removal. I'm going to take Outflank. And I'd like a Silver Flame Ritual in the deck. That's fine, but I think we start without flank. I wouldn't mind another Fox, but Guide Mother is exactly what we were talking about, hoping to get late with our Clover spec. So let's take advantage of that here. Now we've got another Youthful Knight or another opportunity to Reaper. I actually think I just want the Youthful Knight. You all know I love the Reaper, but we're going low to the ground Knight aggro. So yeah, we do have the Clover, but I also think we can still get one of these. We might even wheel one of these. You strongly disagree on taking the Clover there? Yeah, the opportunity cost was pretty low, Fenor. Oh, you strongly disagree about taking Knight given Clover, or is that what you're saying? All right, I'll vote this one. It's not that I don't want a Reaper of the Night in our deck with Clover. It's that I think we can get more Reapers, and we might not get more opportunities at Youthful Knight. But I'll see what chat has to say about this. We'll do it on a 15-second timer and do Knight versus Reaper. James, a little fast on the trigger. I'll count your Knight vote. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I want a Reaper. Believe me, I want both of them. If I could take 2 from the pack, 1, 2, boom, boom. Wow. I thought there'd be a little more support for the Reaper, but I'm in, obviously. There's another weapon rack. We could take a Ginger Brute. It's aggro. We can attach this to Knights as somewhat like a combat trick, but I think we can get that anytime. Let's take a Ginger Brute. It does launch Foxes and is reasonably aggro. I don't know if we'll play it, though. I think Shining Armor is bad, Foil King, but if you're a heavy attacking deck with, like, decent power, low toughness, and no interaction, then I think you can play it. I'm not saying it's good. I'm trying to say when I would find myself playing it. All right, this is what we're talking about. Slam that. And this is what I'm talking about. Get in here, Reaper. We'll get 4 of their cards, no problem. Not even if it's the only. If I was just really low on interaction, and also I think it's a decent sideboard card for that reason. Like if you find yourself, if you realize, oh, this is one of those matchups where we're deploying creatures and they're banging into each other, then I think you could justify it. Not saying it's good, just trying to define when I would play it. All that glitters also not good. I suppose if we just, through natural course of things, end up with a wild number of artifacts and enchantments, I could see running this. Or I like this in a deck with a lot of dumb creatures that replace themselves. Like if you had a white-blue flyers deck and wanted to throw this on a Tome Raider with some decent enchantments and artifacts, then I'd be down with that. Yeah. Put it on them Tome Raiders, and then I like it a lot. All right, end of pack 2. Our deck is looking fine. Let's see if we can make it awesome. Fires of Invention, not going to make our deck awesome. And in this case, I would forsake for Sir Conrad or the Archon. This is a tough one. Conrad, though, plays like a rare. I guess you can never just turn down Conrad, right? I love this Archon, though, but yeah, Conrad, get in our deck. Order of Midnight, excellent. Trapped in the Tower, excellent. Bake into a Pie, excellent. Bognati, excellent. What are we doing? Wow. But Order is a 2-for-1, and it's a Knight, and we like get it back with Barrow Witches. I think this is Order or Bake. I think if we're not enough into food to consider Bognati over Order, and Bake is just a better removal spell than Trapped. So I'm gonna do a poll for Order or Bake. Another 15-second one. Order, Bake. I think this is close enough to Oops, let me actually try and do the poll right. Sorry, if any of you who jumped the gun can't vote for some reason, I'll try and take it into account depending on how close it ends up here. Yeah, I was on order and it edged it out, and I think the early votes were for order, so I'll go with order. And we'll wheel the Squire. Lonesome Unicorn is a sad pick 3, to be honest, but it's not. It's less sad than Ritual, Lash, or Funeral, given our Clover. Well, here, I can draft you so you can see the deck a little better. Yeah, Ritual seems good. I want, maybe the other one didn't wheel. I'm going to take Unicorn on the Clover strength, but Silver Flame is real. You think we wheel the Lonesome Unicorn? This is, to me, a matter of which is less likely to wheel. We should take this or this, depending on which is less likely to wheel. All right, I guess we'll take the Ritual here, because I do think the Unicorn's more likely to wheel. I think they're both pretty likely to wheel, but Unicorn feels a little more so. Here's a second outflank. Oh, that's also not on screen. We do have an outflank. Let's get this out of here. We're not going to play an Eye Collector. And with us trying to get a bunch of creatures down and swing, outflank is pretty good in this type of deck. We can take a Giant Skewer as well, but this might wheel. True Love's Kiss, likely to wheel also. Boy, now we're getting all the outflanks. This may be too much removal now, but I don't want a Witch's Oven. I don't want a Lash of the Thorns. Not splashing anything, so another outflank. Barrow Witches to get stuff back, or Filler Knights. I think we just want the Smitten Swordmaster. Tournament Grounds, you'd think would be okay, but we don't want it. Thing is, we don't want anything else here, so I'll take Tournament Grounds and put it in the board for future gem conversion. All right, this is our last fresh pack, and we do get another combat trick out of it. That's nice. I guess we got this one. Another Squire, and I guess the next pack is where we're hoping to wheel unicorns. Is this the unicorn pack, or is the next one? Well, we'll take Lash. We're not going to play it. Oh, maybe we'll take Drawbridge is a little more likely. Unicorn didn't come back, but that's okay. We got a pretty good deck going, I think. Ground some gems. Let me make a note of that before I forget. My spreadsheet is pretty up to date right now, for those of you who care about such things. I'm going to do this right there. Black. 0, 750. Gem grind 40. All right. All right, 8 cuts, and let's start looking at our ratio. We got 22-9 spell. We cut one ritual. Maybe an outflank, but let's focus on, yeah, the Drawbridge can go, all that glitters can go. Servant is going to be pretty underwhelming. In a lot of ways, Silver Flame Squire is a 3-drop for us if we can get one of these down. Yeah, cut the rack. 26. Now it gets tougher. So we cut the Tempting Witch. We're not doing anything else with food besides bacon to a pie. And we can cut one outflank. That gets us pretty close. Yeah, we didn't exactly get there on flying foxes, I acknowledge. We could cut a squire. It's nice with clover, though. With, you know... Yeah, we could cut brute, although that further diminishes our ability to put fox in the air. Almost makes... Like, if we cut brute, I want to bring back, like, servant or drawbridge. I mean, this is a very rarely flying flutter fox. But this doesn't look bad. Yeah, Brute does some stuff, right? Although, man, everybody plays Brute, so they get blocked by Brutes blocking Brutes all over. I just wish we had... I don't like Brutes if you're not augmenting them a little more. Like, yeah, I can squeak through for the last few points of damage, but I kind of am down for drawbridge over Brute if we want a little extra oomph for our Foxen. I really don't want to cut a fox to add a brute. I'd rather have a 2/2 for 2 than... I just don't... I continue to want to be able to augment my brutes when I play them. I think I want to try drawbridge. You want to put the servant back in too? Well, it certainly helps the fox out, but then we got to do things like start cutting silver flame squires. It's true, we can use this as not a combat trick, but extra damage. Kind of, it becomes a 4-mana trick because you need to activate the brute. Hey, Colin, thank you for that sub. Yeah, I'm not interested. I don't think Adamant will be easy. We're pretty evenly split here. I don't think I want the servant. But what do I want? We got to cut something. Barrow Witch is a little slow, but we have 1, 2, 3 if this gets milled. Obviously, if it dies, it goes to the bottom. Like, Murderous Rider getting milled is practically enough reason for, you know, we just have a lot. We have a lot of knights, so I'm not gonna. I'm keeping the Barrow Witches. We need one more cut here. Let me get into deck building. Sorry, a little bit easier for you to see what's going on when I do this. Fenrir is clearly really down on drawbridge. I feel it's close because, like, the second like with 2, I start to like the foxes more. If I cut the drawbridge, then I don't like the foxes. But I don't think I want to go 16 land either. We have a Reaper, we have 5s, we have Conrad as a mana dump. Not cutting Charming Prince before we cut a Flutter Fox. Like, Charming Prince is just a better Flutter Fox if we don't have artifacts and enchantments going. That's interesting. Cut the ritual. Are we not... I just think we're, you know, with our 18 creature deck, we're going to like the ritual. Keeps these creatures relevant. All right, maybe we can afford to cut a squire. And then... All right, I think we need to justify these foxes. I want either the drawbridge or the brute. So yeah, we can cut a fox and keep. Yeah, let's do this. If we're gonna be honest about our artifact situation, we can do that. And then I almost want the outflank back. 17 creatures. All right, how about we keep it all? How about just do that? How about this? These are not great. They don't fly unless we have a clover, but they're curve fillers. I think I like a generic 2 over a brute here. That's true. We get artifacts from baked into a pie, so there's at least one other way to do it. All right. Well, okay. So here, I'm gonna do it this way. No, that didn't work. All right. I'm gonna do one final vote. I'll do whatever chat says. But basically, I'm removing a fox, and we're gonna put in fox, brute, or bridge. And we'll start with whatever chat votes. Because I'm not sure, so whatever, science. We can also try this weapon rack. Would fly foxes and potentially help us get in at the end. We'll start with whatever chat decides here. Wow, look at that narrow vote. Interesting. Yeah, let's start with the bridge as I said I would do. Start with what chat says, but we can come back and try a different thing in there. Why do people like the bridge? It provides haste to all of your creatures. I mean, it's not awful. I mean, well, let's prove it, Fenor. I'm down to we're gonna figure it out. So if we get the bridge, we're trying to figure it out. Not yet, because I'm going to read the Discord stuff when I bear down on the question of what to do with channel points. Did you make channel point suggestions, Dionysus? I promise you that when my brain is on channel point design, I will be on Discord reading it. Let's go. The bridge itself does not have haste. It's weird that it's kind of an aggro card, but it is, you know. Format is correct. Account is correct. Record, not correct. Well, that is the question, Foil King. Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar. Thank you, Yupster. Appreciate that Prime sub. In case any of you out there are under a rock and don't know, if you have Amazon Prime, you have access to a free monthly subscription to any of your favorite Twitch content creators. Yupster Nor just used theirs on me, and I'm honored by that. I think if I could get every person I know who has Amazon Prime and doesn't use the free Twitch subscription to subscribe to my channel every month, I could do this comfortably for a living. But people don't do it. All right, this is unfortunate. If we had one of each land, I would love this hand, but we don't. Oppo goes first. We do have Crashing Drawbridge for sure. We have Order if we're willing to get no value out of it for just the flying. But I think I'm going to mulligan this. A little too risky. Here we can keep this. This is an interesting pitch. Do we send a swamp or an outflank? Swamp is the greedy pick. Outflank is the safe pick. Yeah, but any land and our whole hand is turned on. I'm gonna be greedy. It's gonna be fine. So on the Amazon Prime thing, basically you need to have a you need to connect your Twitch account to your Prime account. We'll go ahead and drop a Squire here to make sure we're curving out. Great play against us for sure. But we're going to Bell here, and then next turn we get to Guide Mother the Squire, attack with Bell, and it'll all be pretty good. We Guide Mother the Squire and attack with the Bell. The Spider doesn't have a block. Oh. Well, we can still... Some say I never heard of ya. A rap burglar. Let's go Guide Mother. Guide Mother, play Guide Mother, and then have Outflank ready. Maybe they'll think that I just don't know what I'm doing, and I don't realize it has reach or something. Thank you for all those subs. That's fantastic. People discovering Twitch Prime here, it looks like. All right, they so tinied us, but we still got their spider. Yeah, that's true. I could have waited. It looks like they were... Maybe they wouldn't have so tinied us, but we got there. It didn't matter, but it matters that I'm trying to tighten up my decisions, and you're right about when we should have done that. Oh, I thought this gave +1. Isn't that? Oh, it's not a knight. Never mind. I was thinking this was a knight because the Squire messes me up on that front. Yeah, we'll do this way and outflank. Well, let's see. If we find 5, we can just kill them both. I guess we just go for both of them here. Maybe another so tiny. Looks like they're pausing. And where's the combat damage step? How do I... Maybe full control? I just go full control ought to do it, Fiddles. Let's see. But if we outflank the queen... I'm just going to outflank the queen now so that Bell doesn't take damage from it. At least I have a reason here. Oppo's got a lot of defense, but now they're down to the... Well, they get fresh cards off the Witching Well, I suppose. Did anybody see the... I didn't see the scry. Do you know if they scried top or bottom or mixed? Oh, gosh. Oh, look at our recursion. Barrow Witches and Order both hit the yard. That's frustrating. I could bake a Secret Keeper, but that's not going to be what matters here. This is a great mill deck over here. You can go into full control once by hitting control, and if you hold down control and then hit shift, it goes into hold full control and it stays on full control. All right, we'll play a Squire. Feel like we've been ground out of this one pretty good. They found some good stuff on the mill. You know, we got a lot of our good stuff milled. So Drawbridge is here. This is our first test on this. We were talking about Fox versus Drawbridge versus Gingerbrute. Looks like in this case, I guess we'd probably mostly prefer a Gingerbrute for what that's worth. Fox would be okay too if we used the bake. Yeah, maybe Fox is actually what we wanted here in terms of a single point of info. I think you're being... I hear what you're saying, Tron. You and Fenor are just way down on this, but it's not a wall as much as an enchantment that says all of your new stuff gets extra aggro. So at least represent it correctly. Now, why aren't they playing this out? What do you think is going on that they don't want another blocker here? It's confusing me. I mean, they got 8 mana. Maybe they just don't feel like they need it right now? And it does make me less inclined to want to bother baking the Secret Keeper into a pie. Because they can just play another one, so we'll wait and see. That's a weird card for a heavy blue mill deck, but I suppose it's pretty bomby. Now we're not scooping. We can bake it into a pie, and they could actually, put it back on the battlefield right now. I am going to do it. I mean, what else are we doing? James wants to wait. Yeah, I don't want to... I wanted to use my mana. I don't want to save this to be my play next turn. All right, Ritual at least gives us a better clock in the air. I don't think it's going to help us overcome this pesky Troll King. Sorry, Buckeye. We'll catch you next time. What can we do about this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do we just got to pile on and hope here? Or do we just wait for a Murderous Rider? I don't think a 2/2 Gingerbrute does much for us here anyway. No, well, just be a straight shooting devil's advocate, and then it's all good, right? We just want to come up with good arguments. Yeah, we can chump now. Let's chump. Save. It's got trample, but we save a little bit of damage. Bell actually could attack for some value with knights, so let's just chump with a squire. I know it has trample, but it saves some damage. Okay. Let's tap, tap. Boom, haste, and all attack. Bridge did something. Bridge did something. Whether it's doing it or not is open to debate. No, Bell augmented Tactician. All right. This could help us get there. Let's start by ripping apart the rest of their hand. Whoa. They were going for the sneaky kill, I guess. And we get to eat some food, attack in the air for 4. Oh, secret kill. I just meant like secret kill. I literally meant secret as in shh, not the name of it. It was no pun intended, but basically looks like they were trying to wait so that they go double secret keeper, you're out of cards, and your forever young doesn't matter. Exactly. Looking for a land now. We get to play the Reaper, give it haste, and win? Question mark? I think we find a land, we win. And what's our chances? We have 9 in 15, so we're better than 50-50 to find land here. I'm going to eat food. Oh yeah, Bell is lethal. Great point. Squire is a bit useless here, but we're at enough life here where I'm gonna. I think we can just take. We can trade for the Acolyte with the Squire. I don't think that matters. Yeah, let's trade for the Acolyte for Squire. Take 7. Well, let's see. Does this play around Carver? Like offering this block. We could put drawbridge on Acolyte as well, but I want to make sure we have the haste if we draw a land. And Carver isn't enough, so I like this block. Land, 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 land. Here we go. Land off the top. Land. Land us. Okay, land. 5 cards down. 5 cards down, land. Oh yeah, it's game. Right, we have the bell. So we did it. Who is saying scoop? And where's Hat? Yeah, that was a very good mill deck. Maybe they would, I don't know what's in their board, but maybe they'd be better without bothering with the troll and focusing on the, well, we wouldn't have gotten there without Bridge. It's really hard to know what the impact of Flutterfox and Brute would have been there too, though, right? So because we would have gotten something out of, it's not like if the Bridge just snaps out of existence, yeah, but I think, and Fox would fly, so because we would have made food and had the fox fly. 2 unblockable, but so would the fox, right? The fox would have effectively also been 2 unblockable. Oh, explain where's Hat. Oh, it's the running gag on that Reaper card, Dionysus, because Skeptical Hat, one of our longtime viewers and engaged chatter, was pretty down on the Reaper, and I was pretty high on it. I did a partial set review of Throne of Eldraine and really liked it, and so we've been debating how good it is. And so basically, whenever well, I think he's come up on it a bit. Yeah, if you're like, I don't want to speak for Hat, but I feel like he's up on it from where he was. I think that's a fair thing to say. I still have it higher than he does, but anyway, so it's a joke. Like whenever the Reaper does something super impactful, I say, "Where's Hat?" Because it's like, see, right? But then, of course, I also say when it's a total blank and doesn't do what you want, I also acknowledge that for Hat as well. But "Where's Hat?" is just a Reaper joke. Hey, all right, welcome back, Buckeye. Am I down on it from where I was? No, I think I nailed it, if I'm honest. I think if we go back and watch my set review and watch me talk about Reaper, I would stand by what I said. It wasn't impactful there. What do you mean? Maybe what you think they were 2 cards away, that getting 8 more mil wouldn't have done it? Thank you, Tekken Shaman. Appreciate that. It got rid of 2 Secret Keepers, but I believe Zach is saying that those keepers didn't matter that game. But so be it. Do we want to switch? Want to try one of the other ones? I think what was next on the list? Fox. Did the Arena team consider having a game log that would show things like how Oppo scried? Yes, game log, certainly. Whether game log or... See, this is where you get into a quick design like perspective. Like with game design, you want to be goal oriented. What is the problem you're trying to solve, and then work backwards from that. So saying did the Arena team consider having a game log? Sure, in the sense that the Arena team understood that clear, complete game information was needed, and the approach of trying to just show it all in game, it makes some sense in the sense, like, yes, it would be a little better to have a game log where you could go look it up, but also you don't get a game log in paper. It's not an excuse. Like, it's not an analog of paper. You should try to use leverage digital to improve on things where you can. But anyway, I'm just saying, yes, game logs were considered, but turned down for other approaches to solving that particular problem. Pack 1, pick 1 was Prince. Yeah. Oh, sorry, you already answered that. Yeah, I think it was in fact impactful, Zach. I think we were down pretty low in our library. I'd have to go check the tape. GPIC doesn't like adding a fox because we can't get the clean info. All right, I'll do one more as is, and then we'll make a change. Most wanted fix. Well, does adding humans count as a fix? If not, I would like Yeah, I don't know if you want features or fixes. I guess the fixes I would like most relate to auto tap. I wish they'd keep working on auto tap so that it was even better. It's a really tough problem, and it's really easy to identify the places where it didn't work and say this sucks without understanding the complexities therein. But I do believe they could continue working on auto tap. Looking for another swamp to really make this hand sing, but then it should be great. All right, well, let's go with Flutterfox first. Then we go into the Bell, and if we find some more black, we can actually do some Curry Favor stuff. Although maybe it's right to try and just drop the Lifelinker. Maybe I'm being a little greedy with trying to get value out of Curry Favor here. I think if I wrote a screenplay, I would want to write about what I know. So I'd write like a coming-of-age story about a young American in the 90s. How about that? Because I could write that. I lived that. Write what you know. The dangers of soda. It's all just a manifesto about protecting your teeth. Boy, oh boy. We could go Youthful Knight. Well, let's start with an attack here. I'd hope that if I wrote a screenplay that got turned into a movie, it wouldn't be preachy and about good hygiene. Let's see. So if we go, definitely we're doing night number 1, right? And then if we were to do the Curry Favor, we drain for 2, but then we don't get the Swordmaster down for an attack next turn, so it kind of costs us that 2 anyway. And then with the outflank ready for next turn, I think we just want to dump on them here. I don't know if they're mono green or missing a color as well. So let's just get it going. Oh yeah, I agree, Mama. The fact that things are referred to differently or in the same country in different regions is really interesting. American English pockets of... Ooh. Oh, man, we just need a swamp. It would be so sweet. But I guess we get to order up whatever dies here, and with outflank, we can take the giant down, too. The biggest language offense in the regional dialect of American English, in my mind, is the fact that Southerners call all soda varieties Coke. That's some nonsense. That's just bad communication, Southerners. What the hell? You can't communicate. Like, what's the point of saying I want a Coke if you then have to follow up to define exactly what you want? That makes no sense. If they specifically block the fox, other than that, we get pretty good here. Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar. Thank you for the sub. You can have your fables. I'm going to beat your face. Let's see. If we accept another creature down... Man, we're struggling with being short on swamps this game. Really hurting our ability to truly curve out and dominate here. But we send in everything. 5 get through. They drop to 3, and we can play one thing. I guess we just play the Midnight Rider, though. Or the Order. Yeah, if we do this... I guess we could do that. That gets an extra 2 right now. Well, the trouble is they're going to block and kill the knight. Rider? What are y'all talking about, Rider? All right, I'm going to drop this. We are going to attack everything, though. Yeah, they're never blocking the fox there. But yeah, we run out the order, and then we can Swordmaster. We can curry favor next turn, and that puts us in a pretty good spot. And if we find a swamp, we probably just make this easy. That's probably great for us if they're trying to draw cards here. Like, I can't imagine what they find for their remaining mana. Nope, they didn't get there. All right. Let's try one of our alternates now. How about a brute for bridge? This gives us 3 ways to make Foxen fly. Yeah, we could do both. We could let's we haven't even found our lucky clover yet, but we can try this. Let's double change. AMC BMCBM. Good time zone to you. I don't know what's Born to Age is, Dionysus. Did somebody else say that? I don't think I said that. Yikes, no swamps yet again, but I think we keep this. It's got a decent curve out. Of course, Ryan has to know the answer. I don't know what anybody's talking about. All right, no value Squire here. All right, they don't have a play. I'm not going to be greedy. We're just going to keep curving out while they're not doing anything, and now hope that outflank, you know, if they play something with 2 toughness, we've got an outflank for a block. Oh, just need some land. Now we're a bit stuck. We'll see if this stalls out tragically here, or if we can actually do something. I did keep a no swamp hand, but the fact that we're now how deep are we into? We've seen 1 swamp in like 2 games. What did I say? I said coming of age. Is that what you're asking about, Dionysus? My use of the phrase coming of age? Yeah, we can outflank. Is it worth giving up the Silver Flame Squire to outflank the Witch Stalker? I don't know if that's the. I don't know if we're there yet. I'm gonna say no, we're not there yet. We're just gonna do this. Yeah, I think if they want to race, that's probably good for us, depending on what they do here. Looks like they do want to race. The food helps a bit, but they have to spend 2 mana to actually make use of it. Oh, deck. That's a place where we will outflank. Hey, and a swamp. It's like, do we even deserve a swamp? Now I kind of want to... Well, we can outflank in Bell. And with what they've got going on, we don't even need to show the Bell. Actually, I'll attack and see if they want to... I don't think they're going to want to trade. They're going to want to try and Surf Aaron on the way back. But we're going to Bell it and then outflank with Surf Aaron on the stack. All right, you get that. Rider has shown up twice for us, but we just do not have haven't had the mana for it either time. I guess we attack all. Man, if we had some of our pump, that would be great. Is Curry lethal? We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's just 1 short. Yeah. 1 short on that plan. I think we attack with everything. They're going to lose the Bell. Oh, Bell Pump. Yeah. Okay. Bell Pump is real. So let's do it. But I had to do that before attacks, or else Bell dies and then isn't a knight for after combat. Chunk Tug gets tip of the hat for being the first to call that out, or Steven called it as well. I don't know if he did the math, but at least some people did. If they want to rope us, I guess if it helps them sleep at night, that's cool. You got no blocks, buddy. I've been there. Desperately looking for a way to not lose, not finding it. Like somebody rage disconnects against you, or you're having connectivity issues. All right, keep going with this current build. When should they have stopped attacking? That's a good question. I don't know if I would have even attacked with that Witch Stalker first thing, although sitting there taking endless damage from Bell if you don't have a follow-up play to the Witch Stalker is rough too. You can't fool me, Dionysus. If you gave me a magic lamp with 3 wishes, I just would back... It never goes well. Wishing never goes well. We'll keep this. But let's see. Okay, here's wish number 1. I wish that the United States would, in an instant sea change, stop tipping as a cultural thing to do and switch to simply paying employees what they're worth for their services, and not just eliminate tipping from American culture. How about that? That's wish number 1. Okay, we can guide Mother, and that's all we can do anyway, so let's do it. Tipping is always optional. I don't need to doesn't mean to that tipping is impossible. It's just that our current tipping culture is all screwed up. I mean, but in my wish world, then I would just get paid for this. But I'm talking about basically restaurant tipping. Yeah, I don't care about wait staff. I want, in my wish, all that wait staff gets everything they're making now. We just don't worry about tipping. I have to think. Wish number 2 is that I'm going to play this and go ahead and ritual now. It's not amazing, but I want to really keep the pressure on here. It's kind of sad, isn't it? But I really don't think we should do nothing. My second cultural sea change that I wish upon the US, this maybe becomes moot as we get self-driving cars, but I want culturally everybody in the United States to agree that when a lane is ending and the signs are saying merge in, everybody fills up that lane all the way to the end and it zippers at the end. That's what people understand what to do about a zipper merge situation. That's the other thing I want. For US citizens to understand the zipper merge principle. Because people get mad if you do that. It's like, use the road, you know. But there's an important distinction there, though. I'm gonna bake the fox into a pie so we can keep attacking. I did. In fact, actually here, I'll tell, I'm going to read you the texts that I sent to Marshall on the subject after this game. I could have, but then we'd have to just attack with the knight. I didn't want to mess around. If they had pump, mainly the main thing was that pump didn't beat bacon to a pie. You know, if we were using red removal or something, I wouldn't have done it. That's pretty decent for us. I mean, this situation, they're kind of in a forced block almost. I mean, they're not dead, but they pretty much are close to having to block here. If everybody zipper merged, nobody would be mad about how people use that ending lane. And I'm someone who uses the ending lane. It's like, look, people, we're supposed like use the and everybody gets mad at me, but it's like, I'm not going to not use the road. We can all go down this lane. All of you can go down this lane. Don't hate on me just because you're not. But there's an important exception. But rather than try and retell it here, I'll just all right, that's a good win. Aggro is easy. I can talk about wishes instead of thinking about magic. I don't know about yeah. Wish number 3 is human drafting on arena. There you go. That's my third wish. But here, let's see. I'll go to this and go here. Hold on a second. I got to bring it up. I felt very strongly about this when Marshall and Luis were talking about it, and because there's an important distinction that they did not cover that that I wanted to make sure Marshall heard about. Here was my this was my comment to Marshall after listening to the Genius or Grifter episode. I'll give you the whole spiel. Maybe you need the third category of... Thank you, Buckeye. Maybe you need the third category of self-grift, which is what these time-wasting attempts at genius that aren't technically grifter but aren't actually worth the opportunity cost are. So that was my first thought, that self-grift is the third category that they need. But then I said, also, I have strong opinions about the traffic one. If it's a lane ending on the freeway or wherever and signs are announcing a merge left or whatever, it would be absolutely best for society if we all agreed to use up all the road, use those lanes to the end, and zipper at the end. Just think of it in terms of the unused surface area for driving that emptying lane represents. It is only grifter feeling because not everybody does it. If everybody did it, it would just be an orderly way to get where we're going in the order we got there. However, if it's a lane change, if it's a lane for a specific purpose that is different from nearby lanes and is backed up, it is absolutely grifter to take the neighboring lane near the front and then turn signal your way to the front of the backed up lane. And I gave an example from Seattle, an example you probably know, the entrance to the South 5 near the REI has a single right lane to get onto the freeway that backs up for blocks as people try to get onto it. I will spend 3 light cycles in that queue and watch some asshole speed up past me on the left and force their way in right at the entrance. That is such a frustrating grift to have run against you, the blatant theft of your time, that I go out of my way to avoid travel that involves those types of known backups. But merging, fill the effing lanes, people. There you go. That was my text to Marshall. I'm not a fan of carpool lanes, no. Also because they're another cheating axis. Like, here's a question for you. What percentage of drivers in carpool lanes with tinted windows actually have a passenger? I'm putting it at 3%. 3% of tinted window drivers actually have a passenger in that car, right? Let's see. All right, I'm gonna keep running it. Oh yeah, sometimes you can just see like we have, you know, freeway entrance lights, and if you're carpool, you can pass the freeway entrance light cycle, and that's just filled with people cheating that. One, like my favorite morning commute driving moments on the way to Wizards when I was driving, I had a long commute to Wizards, is when they actually enforced it and there was cops at the end of the ramp waving people over to give them carpool lane tickets. That was like the best feeling in the world, but it's so rare. We don't have much to do on 3, but 2, 4, and 5 are looking pretty sweet. We'll keep this. Do I think that mill is a good sub-mechanic for limited? Not really. Like, either it's good and I hate it, or it's bad and why is it there? So I would just try to avoid it, I guess. But Magic Design Space is so heavily mined, they've got to go to some different places, you know? Still nothing to do on 3. Would love a play to do on 3 coming up here. Oppo doing some wheel spinning right now. I mean, this isn't a 3-drop, but it is a play, so I'll take it. And actually, I'm going to do this so we don't... I want to disguise any pauses that might occur from a lack of pause from outflank, although they don't have creatures out, so it doesn't really matter. All right, let's bake that right up. Makes our foxes fly. You got in your crazy question for the day, Dionysus. You save that one for another day. You can't just machine gun that stuff at me, man. Let's see. Guide Mother and Lucky Clover are going to be excellent. In fact, I guess if we do that now, they don't really have a block here. But we can also Conrad while the coast is clear. Really don't, you know, trading off our foxes for fairies is rough. So are you trading a Flutter Fox for a fairy is the question then? I guess we play Conrad, it's not the worst. Yeah, let's start here. And then next turn, we can pump up each of our Flutter Foxes with the Guide Mother Clover trigger, and Conrad should still be able to get in. The thrill is here. The thrill is gone. Yeah, it does feel like thrill. Yeah, Conrad's trigger is going to help us a bit for sure. Good looking blue-red deck from Oppo here. They got the big payoff out. Running 4 of these is a decent plan for the no rare format too, by the way. They're attacking. That makes me think they've got another draw 2 for their turn. Yikes. All right, what all can we do here? If we drop a Clover, we can go Clover. The Gingerbrute doesn't do anything in that spot. I think I like Clover, Guide Mother on Conrad and 1 Fox. Oppo's totally doing it. We got an uphill battle here, I think. But this might help. I think I will offer the 2/2 Fox here. Could be another Thrill. They do have the mana with Banner and Mountain. But hard to play around that here. We just need to try and get our aggro on. Who's lost their mind, Cincy? Is it me? Oh man, they get Conrad. I mean, we're doing what we can here. This is absurd to have the Pyromancer and the Alliance and 2 Thrills and card draw. So like this is quite the deck from Oppo here. We're gonna go Brute though. At least Brute can get through. We're not dead yet though. We have a chance here. If they're out of draw 2, we could get there. But yeah, Brute dies with 1 more land. They don't have any bad draws in their deck, right? In fact, they have it now. They can just activate it now. So yeah, we're kind of doomed on this one. They just activate their enchantment, and we're pretty dead. But if we draw like Midnight Rider, okay, Oppo, I would go for the one that I can't, that I can actually make unblockable, but Dionysus, do I have to do the work, or do I just get free expertise? Do I press a button and become a 10,000 hour expert, or do I actually, are you asking what I'd like to spend 10,000 hours becoming an expert at? Magical expertise, I would like to speak a foreign language fluently, probably Chinese. My stepmother is from Taiwan, and it would be lovely to speak natively with her and that side of my family. Another one would just be to know how to play guitar. I'd like to instantly become a guitar expert. How about that? All right, is this enough? I mean, eventually, we can pump. Maybe this Resolute Riders, although we need to keep Indestructible up with this, or it just dies. So we need to wait 1 more turn and then keep Indestructible. And if we get a land, we keep Indestructible up. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to take the question from a non-gaming standpoint. The thing is, you can game questions like that and basically figure out what the most lucrative thing to become an instant expert at would be. Man, this is an uphill battle, but I think we have just this remote chance if we can. they need to tap down too, though, because let's say they don't tap out and we draw a land. Well, then they draw an extra card to ping it. We go indestructible. They untap and they do it again. So they actually need to tap down below 6 here for this to even have any chance. You mean between those two, Dionysus? I guess I'd, on a personal level, probably choose guitar. It would be fun to snap, be able to perform music. Yeah, we can eat the food now. All right, they have tapped down under 6. That's important, actually. Now if we find a land. Yeah, Brute requires tapping to do that. What are you punting me for, Robert? I mean, I'm sure Dionysus is on board, but... now I think we're just dead on the crack in the air. Yeah, we're dead. We can scoop this. I did eat the cookie. No, you can't eat the cookie. Tapped cookie. Could not eat the Brute. Attacked with the Brute. Well, it's easy to fade a beat like that when you're at 4-0. I get frustrated with those types of losses when I'm in like the 0-2 bracket. You know what I'm talking about? Like you have maybe you're like 1-2 and you face a deck like that and you're going, come on. In this case, hey, we're 4-0. You kind of expect to that's just expected to face a good deck like that. Exactly. So I'm not salty or tilted at all to lose to a deck like that in the 4-0 bracket. It just really stings when you're in kind of more of a loser's bracket and face something like that. I think 3 lands is the perfect mix for us in this deck. 4 is a little can get a little floody, but again, I'm not gonna not keep this. Also, we don't want a ritual in our opener. Ideally, we draw this on like turn 9 or something, but and there you go. That's what I mean. Like, this is just a little bit. 4 lands with an aggressive low to the ground deck can just be a little floody. Little bit floody. And again, now what we're really hoping for is a good solid turn 3 play of some kind. Well, we'll play this and maybe we'll have a good solid turn 3 play on their turn. Maybe they have another giant opportunity. They're going to try and make a 7/7. Definitely using this as removal, though. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The trouble is they just get to eat and eat, right? And it's free. That's just another rare we're going to lose to. This is a pretty terrible card, but Wicked Wolf makes it all right. Just trying to figure out if we do it anyway, make him start using it. Like, we kind of have to kill this 3 times. We have 2 times. And maybe outflank will be a third. I'm gonna make him use it. I know it's not the best, but we gotta work the wolf food down. And it doesn't fizzle it. It just fails to kill it. Appa might think that was a mistake on our part, but it was a known inefficiency. Yeah, I get it. Like, that's why I paused on even doing it. Like, I don't know how useful it is to do all of this, but we'll bake it into a pie on their turn so that at least it taps it down. I think this is just a really brutal card for us to face in the face of the giant opportunity that is. Really kind of sick that they went giant opportunity into Wicked Wolf. Yeah. Silly as it is. I don't know how to answer either one. I don't know if is it an interesting question? I can't like, I don't know who I am if I'm not me. I had a friend growing up who said he was glad that I got into games and not like stock market trading. Like he said if I was born at a different time, I'd have been a robber baron. So like maybe my most ambitious self is actually an evil robber baron type guy who used his gaming prowess to chase profit and hurt people. I don't even know. Teach, maybe? I think I would probably just been a teacher. I know. Well, no, he asked both. And I don't know. I said I don't know either direction. So I answered most first and least. I don't know. Maybe this is... Here's the least ambitious me right here. Yeah. Well, we can outflank that thing. Ha! We just lost a Wicked Wolf in this game, though. Well, Wicked Wolf and a bad card, which is a little frustrating. Do we need to eat the food now? I think we're just dead. I'm kind of talking with chat now because I think we're, like, dead. Getting a Flutterfox back doesn't really help, but we could do it and still do everything. Could try to kill the murderous rider, but we can't get it back. That trick doesn't work. Rider goes to the bottom of the library. Guess we'll get some life so that we're not straight up dead. Just close. They can do 12 to us here. Oh yeah, we're waiting to die for sure. This is too much. They've only got like 8 cards in hand. Say, why are you not attacking with both? Heck, attack with your Raider. Maybe they don't see that Raider can't block? how do we pull off 16 points of damage right here? Well, this is a blocker, but we just barely stay alive with that. Yeah, we can do Vigilance. But only if we give up on our outflank. So let's start here, I suppose. Feeling like I'm waiting to die, but maybe we have some sort of crazy long shot chance here. The 3 power on the Rider now allows it to block the Paladin, so we can actually put a double block on the Paladin. All right, fine, here you go.
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
Feels like when I trigger that meme, I just immediately become dead. And this is, I'm gonna remember this time, this is indestructible, so we just have to chump over here. Block more damage with what? Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Sure. Yeah, that was just a little mistake. Sorry about that. What are we doing here? Can Charming Prince help us at all? No. I don't know what I was thinking there, folks. We can gain 3 and then be not dead again. Yeah, I suppose that's the case. Yeah, we're dead. All right, made it to 4-0, then suffered a couple of quick losses from some very good cards. Let's get one more win at least. I want one more win. This is a good deck. It's doing nicely. Let's get a nice. Let's win the roll and curve out. Come on. Yeah, if only I chumped the 6 power, I could have died the next turn. I'm sure it didn't make a difference, but doesn't mean I don't want to make good plays. All right, I like this. I asked for a curve out. This sure looks like it. And Oppo has mulligan, so maybe that gives us a little extra advantage. That's not bad either. I would like some more planes, though, to really... It feels like our land has been unfair to us a bit. Not unfair. That's totally the wrong way to put it. We have gotten a little unlucky with our color balance in our hand versus... Because we've been desperate for swamps while we've had riders and stuff. Okay, great. That's perfect. Smitten. That is a weird frame. Like... My issue with this frame is that it doesn't look like a black creature, but... So... We're going to use the Squire here. And next turn we can get Guide Mother and Squire. Or rather, Gift of the Fae and Squire. Ooh, Reaper's going to be good next turn, but right now we're going to follow through on Guide Mother Squire. Raise up the Brute. And next turn we get Harvest Fear and Guide Mother. Adversary's nice. Outflank. Never mind. We're not going to play Guide Mother. We're going to outflank the adversary. Do we even want to? Yeah, I really want to get him with Reaper this turn. Harvest Fear, 2 of their remaining 3. Then trouble if we attack with both of these and they double block, one of these does die. I'm actually going to do it like this. And yeah, I'll outflank the Witch. The adversary would be better, but I don't mind the adversary attacking or whatever. We're going to try and get in through the air for the rest of the damage. And they also don't know they're about to be reaped. Yeah, that's true. I could have just let them... we could have only attacked with the Fox, let them attack the adversary, and then flanked that. But I think I'm okay with where we're at. If they really want to take advantage of adversary, they need to attack. Wah! Okay, retraction. We're going to go 4-0 and then 0-3 to a bunch of bombs. Actually, I guess the blue-red deck was just a really well-built blue-red deck, and these other two are just like, here's some bombs, what you gonna do? Because you are damned if you do, damned if you don't, but I'm gonna decline. I don't want him to gain life. Let him attack. Yeah, they don't even want to attack with it. Haste blocks Ginger Brute. Maybe that's what they're thinking there. Yeah, Ritual would be nice. One land away from at least dropping a 4/5 flyer. We can get there. They're, of course, at a virtual 12, though. I'm going to continue to decline. I think if you want to attack with your Clackbridge Troll, I'm okay with that. Here, we could try and take out the adversary with Squire and, like, the Cookie that can no longer get through anyway, because they're going to keep the Troll back. Stops them from getting more cards, which could be important for getting our Reaper through. I think I'm going to do that here. I think these two creatures are now very useless. Cookie does make Fox fly. That's an excellent point. But what do we do? I mean... maybe Reaper flying will be enough? Yeah, all right. I like Chump with a Goat. Let's do that. Still makes it good if we draw the Silver Flame Ritual. Clackbridge Troll has haste. We would be attacking Brute right into the Troll. Bell, you say. Do we have any knights? We don't even have any knights, but Menace is fine in a situation where they only have one blocker that they're leaving back. Can we beat the dreaded troll? Why not Reaper? We already did Harvest Sphere. We're waiting for our 7th land to cast the creature side. Just habit. I mean, again, heuristics are all about saving your brain thinking time, and by manually doing that, I feel like I just save some thinking time. I'm going to decline again. Bring it. Now they're thinking hard about whether they can attack with the adversary or the troll here, given the bell. I don't know what's in their hand. Ritual off the top would be Amaze Balls. Interesting choice. What's that about, do you think? Why do they want to eat the cookie? Well, we'll eat the cookie. Oh, Fox down. Sure, yeah. Oppo better than me. But now they can't do anything without making the Reaper a flyer. So they got to hold this turn, at least, I think. All right, we have one knight. So we're only attacking with the Guide Mother here, I think. Let's see, because they block, and take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not 8, even with this. So I'm just going to attack 1. Yeah, we can get through. That's not quite enough, though, I don't think. So I'm going to do Guide Mother for now. Do some Smittenness. Drop this. And now maybe we have an alpha next turn. Because they can only play one card out of their hand. Alright, so now if we sack, they go up to 9. If we sack a goat, they go to 9. And then we have 2 blockers. They really can't block the bell. They block this. They block 2 creatures and give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that is so close. But I think we decline again, right? We don't have it. Now maybe we do? Question mark? Or maybe we just send in and trade off whatever? Smitten gives us 1 extra. Yeah, we can rebuy the curry, but what is that like? I almost want to rebuy the Reaper. Let's rebuy the Reaper. Let's just, I think we send in everything. And we get, they can't really block the bell. Swordmaster gets some extra life. And we'll see what to do with the order after. I like this. Cookie maybe would have. I think I just like. All right. I don't know what. I think they had blocks, but hey, we'll take it. Nice. We've beaten a couple of scary cards here. We beat the big food troll and now beat a clack. The trolls are having a tough time against us. Nice. Earned that one. Looks good. We're going to go Fox into potentially on alert. This outflank has Maraleaf Rider written all over it. If they make food here, I suppose they could force a block, but why would they do that? Probably going to try a race here. Thank you, Nantuko. Appreciate that. All right, well, now we need a second creature, but we're going to have that. Should be fine. Whoa. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and trade this off. Right? I don't want to take 5. I'm gonna trade this off. We got a pretty good hand. Unfortunately, it means, you know, we have to run out one of these two for little value, but I think we run out the Swordmaster, and that's fine. Got the outflank for the other rider, and they're not going to have the mana to equip it. We got outflank and the silver flame trick here. So let's not this one. So we're gonna attack. They basically don't have good blocks no matter what they do. We're telegraphing, of course, but no big deal. Edgewall is ouch, but maybe we can get him dead before they get too much value out of that. If I use Squire, it wouldn't even save it, so we're just gonna try to pick it off with the outflank. We could have tricked on our turn for extra damage. Maybe that would have been a better use of mana here. We're flooding out a bit now, too. That's unfortunate. Really not a time you want to be flooding out. Now, if they don't block, we'll go ahead and use the Silver Flame, though. Alright, that worked out pretty good. This ritual at least does something next turn. If we find a creature off the top that's reasonably priced, we can do both. Unfortunately, the ritual does not get both of these, either of these above that level. We do have the fox we can go get here. So let's do it all. Unfortunately, no attacks here, but we had a pretty good turn given the lack of attack. They're just a long way off from dead with a virtual +9 on life here. Oh my gosh, and if they start going off with Broom, that could be rough too, but Conrad heals a lot of ills. Now, like, the only bad card in our library is to draw is a Plains. Unless they kill this here. Oh! Boo! Alright. Bell, though. We can cast Bell and Ritual this turn. This is not bad at all. Don't know if it gives us attacks yet. It would be trading off a creature for the Witchstalker for extra damage. It's a lot of damage. We get 3 in the air, but they're at such a high virtual life total. I don't know if we give up a creature here for that. Is it worth 6 extra damage to lose a creature? Well, they're not, though. Like, yeah, I guess they have to spend mana after this. All right, let's be a little aggressive. It really does turn the screws on them. And Bell attacking next turn sets up a 4-power Swordmaster as well, which is nice. Well, they can now eat and make a broom. So they have the chump train going here. They get a free block and 3 free life every turn now. Yeah, Nissa on 3 is still so rough. Oh man, wish we had Conrad. Is it worth? Yeah, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep attacking everything. I don't know. All I got is attack with everything here. Like, They can make some trades, but the bell and the order still do a lot of work. We get some life back. Is there any reason not to attack with one of these? We could either do this, attack with these, or no, I'm going to send it all. We're sending it all. I'm not 100% sure this is perfect, folks. I don't know if this is exactly the right line, but I do feel like we need to be super aggressive here. Make them use their resources on this broom, the broom trickery. All right, if they're doing this, they at least lose the broom trick. Yeah, the question is, are they going to keep their broom around for more broom tricks? All right, it's pretty good for them to lose their broom recursion. I like that. We have a healthy life total. Sandbag the land or not? What does it get us to sandbag the land? We don't have any card draw. We might get Reapered, in which case, what are we doing? I don't think we have much to do with it, though. I'm gonna sandbag it. I see what you mean. G-pick. No, yeah, Bell just gives all your knights the bonus. Well, I get my music from a lot of sources, but one of my primaries is www.kexp.org. They stream worldwide. They do a ton of in studios. All right, did we just get there, folks? Did we just get there? Let's see. They're at a virtual 5, and we just got there. He's dead, Jim. Best live show I've attended. Well, I'm a big Fish fan, and live Fish shows are about my favorite place to be in the universe. But outside of Fish, the Flaming Lips was a top 5er. The New Pornographers on the specifically on the Twin Cinema tour were incredible. Phosphorescent, I keep plugging Phosphorescent. I've adored every Phosphorescent show I've ever seen. Cloud Cult is incredible live. Cloud Cult has two of the members of the band. The front man, his wife is off and on with the band, but Cloud Cult has one of their band members is actually also a painter, and at the start of each show he starts a fresh painting and finishes it by the end of the show painting on stage. So that's really cool. And hey, we got another win. This day's going all right. Let's see if we can get one more. One more? The KXP Shaky Graves session? Oh, yeah. I haven't actually watched that, but I love Shaky Graves, so... Here, what do we like here? Yeah, we can keep this. If you don't know Shaky Graves, check out this song. Dearly Departed is excellent, and we'll probably make one of my playlists sometime because it's the name of a Magic card. So I'm sure I'll use Dearly Departed as as a song of the week at some point. I don't think I have yet, have I? I'll just straight up offer the Ginger Brute for the night if they want to 1-for-1 it. That's cool. I don't think they will. And I think it's a little greedy to wait for the Squire Pump. We're just going to play a 2-1 for 2. Trying to keep the curve out going here. I don't know, Phoebe Bridgers. I'll check her out. Any particular song? Looks like Motion Sickness is her most popular on Spotify. We're going to make this Squire fly at some point. That's going to be awesome, right? We're going to find our fairy guide mother and save the Squire. As it is, I'm going to pass on the knight and see what else they want to do on their turn before settling on this rider. If they attack, probably just take it. Maybe they'll play something pre-combat. That happens sometimes. But I don't want to use Swift End on the knight when the rider side of this card will actually blank the knight. So yeah, I'm going to take this. If they do nothing else, though, I will kill it, I think. Although we do have Resolute Rider for next turn. Come on, give me something to kill. That's not a great thing to kill, actually. But I think I'm going to do it anyway. It's an underwhelming use of removal, though. I'm going to do it. Maybe this might be one of my leaks where I use premium removal too early, but in a deck like this, I really do feel like we want to just push our, push the curve out, push the mana use to the extreme. Next turn we untap and threaten to do both sides of Resolute Rider. Recur the Rider. We can't, though, because when it dies, it goes to the bottom. Specifically, I assume to avoid this busted combo in Standard, really. Obv, no blocks. Well, let's see what they've got for us. Well, Dragonfire we can respond and make indestructible. That should work, right? Unless Dragonfire says damage can't be prevent. No, indestructible should just do it. It just can't be destroyed. So that it cannot be exiled. Aha! Alright. Drop a rider. And Now, how greedy to be, right? The trouble is the 2/2 flyer is going to be blanked by the tactician anyway, so we're going to not do the order. We will wait in case we have to get back a rider or something like that. So many good shows. Peter Gabriel was great. I've seen Paul Simon 3 times, and he's been amazing all 3 times. Got to see Sir Paul McCartney perform at Safeco Field. He was very far away, but very good. Bad sound mix can bring it down. I saw U2 in the Kingdome on their... Kingdome is an old domed stadium in Seattle, and YouTube was on their Pop tour, and the U2's album Pop was actually had a lot of intricate electronica type music going on, and it was lost in the Kingdome. Just reverberation, echo. It was just a wash of noise. It was really frustrating. All right, well, we're gonna sneak in the Brute. It was really cool when they blew it up, Raptor. It was good for being really cool to blow up. Taught me a lot about physics and stuff. We could go for life here, but I'm going to drop the Youthful Knight instead. See, the Metrodome had a similar use. It was really cool when snow collapsed that thing's roof. So some stadiums, their best use is watching them fall, apparently. All right. Well, now the order, saving the order. You see what I was on about there. They're going with hyper aggro. This is going to get us in for some lifelink, though. I don't mind this trade at all. Not that it matters, but again, I'm trying to do this. This. Make him have more. Make him have more. No matter how this goes from here, I'm pretty happy with how this event played out, especially after yesterday, where I felt like my process was poor. My process wasn't perfect today, but it was definitely improved from yesterday, which is really what I was going for today. Yeah, so they did have more removal. That's too bad. We could have run out the order and brought this, but, you know, I was going to make them have it. Unfortunately, they had it. I've never seen the Pixies. That would be great. I would love to see a Pixies show. I think I had an opportunity. I mean, you got to make your choices, right? If I went to every single show that I had any appeal to me, I would be so broke. All right. That's excellent. I don't know if it's enough, but it's excellent. Because we at least get the Brute up to a 2/2. And probably worth crashing with everything here. And say, do your worst, Oppo. Well, actually, they just eat one of our 2. We get in for 5, and they eat one, and then next turn we threaten to get in for another. I guess we send Rider and Brute, but we don't need to throw away the Knight. Next turn we'll have an not sick Midnight that can contribute to Alpha question mark. Still waiting. Let's just draw Fairy Guide Mother off the top, unlock Silver Flame, and win. That would be sweet. Oh, brilliant for them. And we have a lot to pay. I guess, let's see. So they're at 8. They can block 2 things. They block our 2 biggest things, and we get in for only 5. That drops into 3. They eat and... Well, they can't kill the Rider. The Rider bounces off, so we get to attack with the Rider at least. They could double block, but then that would be okay with us too? Are we... You like swinging with everything. I don't know if I like swinging with everything. Maybe it's fine. Gets in an extra 3. Then we're just kind of riding on the Brute. All right, I'll do it though. I think we're just ultimately... after this turn, it's all about the Brute. Well, they don't have to trade Archon, because Archon has pro-white, so they just eat the Knight. Still, I'm okay with putting them to 3. If we put them to 2, it would be a no-brainer, because then Gingerbrute is lethal in 1 turn. But I like a 2-turn Gingerbrute clock. See what they can do about it. That's great. That's just saying they're top decking for the Brute or we win. And let's note that we brought Brute in. We were talking about whether we should have Brute or Fox or the drawbridge, and Brute is pulling some weight here for sure. Just got to be careful not to misclick and accidentally eat the cookie. Don't eat the cookie, Ryan. Cookies aren't for eating today. Exploding Fiddlethip, come on. Get there. Yeah! We did it, chat. All right. That feels good. Once again, after yesterday, that was a nice cleanser. A nice, hey, we don't completely suck at this game. We do have some extra time here. I'm going to go take a bio break, and then either we can, like, start a draft on the paid account that I don't finish, or we can maybe play some of the new no rare format. But I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves about what we should do when I get back. Hold on. Before I go, since I will go to soapbox mode and say, thanks for watching, YouTubers. Appreciate it, and we'll catch you at the next draft. Bye.